Hey! Okay, folks, welcome back to Cheap Barbecue Reviews. My name is John.
And Jeff.
So, Jeff, what are we reviewing today?
It's a Primst multifunction Korean barbecue.
Yes, multifunction, very exciting.
Multifunction. Looking forward to this.
Yep, so what do we got here? Ooh, and the anti-scalding handle. No scalding for us today.
I don't want any scalding.
Yeah. Preferably no abrasions or cuts either, so we'll see how we go with that. Now, it's a certain weekend that we're not going to talk about, but it is very appropriate for barbecuing. So.
It is, apparently. Yeah.
Wow, look at that. It does have some sharp edges on the inside, so watch out for that. But
let's just have a quick look at this.
Yeah, it's a Wei Sheng. It's incredibly light, but yeah.
Incredibly light. I love this gold fleck that's got going. Very pleasant.
Yeah, we might have to spray some oil on that before we get going with that.
Okay.
So the rump steaks, which is our usual testing regime, and there, look at that. That's a nice grill.
Looking fabulous. Very grilled. Very fencing competitor.
Now, we don't want to put it on top of the Teflon coated
Forever chemicals, right?
A pot stand, which is quite different to what was in the pictures.
That cylindrical number.
Yeah, and
it's very shiny.
it is incredibly shiny. So that's our charcoal holder, and that sits in there, and the charcoal sits on top.
Does
so
that
that's
have
all.
some liquid or something in it?
The liquid goes in there.
No, just the drop anodization on the inside of this.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
looks like it. There was some liquid in its past, like the surface of Mars, I guess. Now, so this goes underneath to stop the stop it burning things. That's good.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big fan of
Happy with that.
fan of not burning the table.
And we are supposed to put water in, which we're going to do in a second. So.
Okay.
And we have air vents, and we'll turn the air vents all the way up to 100%. Ooh, that's that thin steel you love, Jeff.
Yeah, I love that. Fingers itching to get them on there.
Yeah, so it's an interesting setup with 3 different air holes around it.
They're not triangular, really. Oh, they are triangular, but not equilateral.
No, they're all over the shop. So you got those 2 there, and then that one there's at another angle again. So it's a scale-in triangle, I think. But anyway,
could make a cool top hat, actually.
With your little eyes poking out through there.
Look.
Not quite.
Yeah,
I have a big head though, so who would have thought?
Yeah,
a YouTuber with a big head.
It's never occurred to me.
All right, so I need to go and get the water, and then we will fill her up and fire her up.
Back soon.
Now the instructions very helpfully call for some water to go in the base.
Some water.
Yeah.
Probably just not enough to go over the top of the vents, I imagine.
Yeah, or into the charcoal basket. So let's.
You could potentially pour it through the charcoal basket.
I guess you could. So that's some water. It's across the whole bottom. That's going to have to do.
That's some water.
That's what the doctor ordered. Okay, so that's sitting in there now. We're using the EcoWool firelighters today. I don't know why. I just always like using 3 firelighters. I find it tends to work. You can use less, but then sometimes you've got to come back and reset your fire.
Now, because you're in love with the Trinity, man. We all know.
Oh, yeah. It's my deeply religious nature. Okay. So that's... Once that settles down, that should be at a good height. We'll see.
Yeah. So these are wood shavings soaked in something.
Paraffin.
Paraffin.
Yeah.
Okay.
They claim to be
shredded wheat.
I mean, they look very pretty. I'll give them that.
They look edible. But I
wouldn't try it.
No, I'm not really into petrochemicals for breakfast.
It's probably some pure.
Do you want to use these ones because they've got the metal?
Yeah, sorry. I'm saving these to not damage my Teflon surface.
Gotcha.
But,
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes, for handling hot coals, strongly recommend don't use the silicone rubber coated.
Yeah.
Silicone rubber should be on the handle. Some things you just don't want to push.
I reckon you could set fire to it.
Okay. So this is probably going to be about half an hour, but luckily you don't have to watch that, and we will come back and cook some food on it all.
And smoke gets in your eyes. See you soon.
All right, so it's, we'll call that about half an hour,
About
wouldn't
half an hour, yep.
we? Okay. The coals are pretty well lit. Just
Looking
going to
good.
try and
Nice coating of grey.
even them out. Ooh, yep, they're hot. Ooh, they're hot. My word, are they hot. I'm just making sure they're all below the level. And then let's try using our anti-scalding handle. Now, off camera, we discovered it's actually quite useful for moving the charcoal basket around.
Yep, look at that.
Oh, okay, so you do have a little bit of headroom there.
That's good.
Okay.
Did you?
So far, I'm liking this unit.
All right, well, stand well clear for the oil spray, just in case we get a...
Fireball.
Hey!
Oh, that's going to look great. Wow.
Yeah. Who'd have thought, man? Who'd have thought?
You did.
I did. It turns out. All that WHS does pay off.
All right, I've just sliced up the rump steak thin and then brined it with actually a pastrami rub, so it's mostly pepper and ground coriander, dry coriander.
Very nice.
And now we're going to... Now we're going to use the silicone rubber tongs. Well, it's a very satisfying sizzle on this one.
Yeah, it's heated up very quickly.
The other barbecues
That was the fireball.
it's incredibly lightweight,
That sizzle.
grill surface here, but yeah. So one thing I like about Korean barbecue is this idea that everyone can just sit around the barbecue, and Koreans famously use steel chopsticks, and you can sit around the barbecue with your own chopsticks and cook your own little bit of meat, and you're just eating little morsels periodically. Obviously, we've kind of got this wrong here in that we're just going to eat a whole bunch of steak. It should be pretty tasty steak.
I think so. Looks pretty good, man.
I've got hopes.
Looks pretty good.
There's a bit that's not on anything. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's pretty much ready to go.
All right, time to take a swig of beer. And then,
Probably turn these with
yeah,
chopsticks.
I think we're on. Well, we'll start using the chopsticks once we get. Now we do have noise cancelling on our microphones, and we might be losing the sizzle, but geez, it's a good sound.
It's a good sound. Yeah, these look good. These look good. And I do like the communal. Well, this isn't quite as communal because someone's doing all the flipping.
Yeah.
But
the Korean barbecue
sitting
vibe.
it down rather than having the barbecue occur somewhere else. You know. Rather than all the food be brought to the table at once, you consume as you go.
Yeah, well, the idea of, Dad's working the barbecue off to one side and everyone else is just sitting at the table waiting for the food to turn up. All right, so chopsticks. Yep.
Wow.
For some reason, my phone's just started playing music.
Oh, lucky.
And it's Kendrick Lamar, who, no disrespect to Kendrick Lamar, is just not someone I ever listened to. So.
It's just not your barbecue standard, is it? Really? Oh, wow.
What we're proving is you put enough spice rub on meat and it's going to taste delicious. But yeah.
But it's not. It's deliciously tender though, and just nice cook.
Right, so it's definitely hotter. Surprise, surprise! It's hotter at the top than down the bottom. But I think this might be the tastiest thing we've cooked in the series so far.
It is definitely tasty. Definitely tasty. This is a winner. I'm definitely feeling it winning.
I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just a sizzle plate, but there is something about there being no delay between you pulling it off and taking your bite. Definitely need to blow on them a bit too.
Oh, you wanted to talk about the choice of briquettes?
Oh, yeah, just that, you know, there are better charcoals than heat beads, absolutely. And, you know, there's your Japanese Binchiton white charcoals that are, you know, very exciting. I do find the Binchiton, that in my experience of it, tends to pop and throw hot embers a lot, and I do not like it for that reason. But this is a cheap barbecue review show. Mm-hmm. The ingredients we use are all sold in the local supermarket, and that's why I prefer a fuel that is also in the supermarket.
Yeah. Well done. And the food we're cooking each week is available in the supermarket too.
Well, cheap rump steaks available most places. Maybe not the ANU Food Co-op, but they're not really known for their barbecue goods anyway. Look, I suspect it's an aluminium Teflon coated cooktop. But in terms of passing the heat through very nicely, giving a really good even heat, it's done a great job.
It's the gold speckle.
Definitely. Cool. Now, what we're going to try and do is close off the air vents to reduce the heat, and then we'll go get the sausages and the kebabs and see how they go.
That's delicious.
So this. You ready?
Yep. That's a great bit of coals in there.
Yeah, it's significant.
So these are the
Concrete.
air vents in question.
And hey, let's get some oil on that grill, huh? You ready?
Ready to go.
Woo!
Hey. Heat affected?
Yep.
If I just tap it from this end, hang on, just get a bit more of an angle on the. There you go. Oh no. Maybe some pliers.
Yeah, they got there. Okay, that's still significant reduction in the airflow. We'll go with that. Cool. And we'll be back with some more things.
There you go.
There it is.
There it is. Might need another fireball after all.
All right, folks, so
Hey.
here we go.
We're back.
Sorry, we forgot to turn the camera on while we put these chicken kebabs on. So to bring you up to speed, as you can see, they are cooking away ferociously. Ooh, yep, that's some ferocity. Yep. So I would say I have been neglectful, and these are now heading into overdone territory. But they'll probably be okay when they come off the sticks.
Cajun.
Blackened.
I think you probably just about pull these off.
I think they're still pretty pink in the middle.
Okay.
So we'll
We
give
could
them
just-
a bit
we could
longer.
just scatter
but
them
just,
around the
just
outside,
remember
maybe.
to turn them more and more often.
Yeah, sure, sure.
But one thing I would recommend with kebabs on something like this, just keep moving around their position in the mix because it's hotter in the middle than it is on the outside. Let's see if we can get a pattern going around the edge. I think we can.
Get this.
There we go. That'll be a little quieter. Now, one thing these cheese wire grills don't like is
Can we use the
Sauce.
metal ones for that? Huh?
they just don't like sauce.
They don't like sauce?
Yeah.
No. It's a bit of a carbon effect, really, isn't it?
Yeah. But these are pretty close to being done, I think.
I think so. That's some good sizzle action happening there.
Still a little raw on the bits that aren't burnt. So, as with all of these things, it's going to take some learning, but certainly it gives you a lot of heat to work with.
Yeah. It's a good sized bucket. That's, we're just going to push this.
Oh, yeah, it's really.
There you go.
Is that still okay to touch?
Sorry?
You were just touching it. It's,
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah, okay, good.
It's about the only bit of the barbecue I'd touch right now.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to have to hold the pot holder for more than a second at this point. But, the juices are definitely spitting around.
I am wondering if we've got the pot holder upside down.
No.
Because it's got a groove
No,
here.
no, hang on. This is all one solid one piece.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going up to there. No, we're okay on that. We haven't stuffed that.
All right. Maybe worth checking. Because that's a bit slippery on there. Like that shouldn't be like that.
It would be nice if it was just recessed a little more.
Yeah. This is what I reckon these grooves are for.
I don't know, for a $70 barbecue, yeah. I do note that this pot holder looks radically different to what was in the documentation, but it's not the end of the world. Now, where have the plates gone?
Oh, the plates. Plates are present and accounted for.
So,
Oh,
1, 2.
two.
You can get the third one.
Oh my God.
There you go.
I'll split that with you.
No worries. You got my fork there.
I do.
Thank you.
Let's check this out.
Are they cooked in the middle? Yes.
That's good news.
That's a good start.
Oops, stick.
Okay.
I could probably put the stick in the barbecue.
Delicious. Okay, and then got to get the sausages on. Now, similar sort of deal. I'm not even going to try and put them over the center of the fire. We're just going to work around the edges. So, 4 sausages should do us. I'm just going to quickly pop these inside. I'm loving these skewers anyway.
Be good, man.
Okay, sausages aren't sticking to the grill too much.
Looks like it's got a bruise.
Kind of similar effect, really. One thing with chicken kebabs, even if they do get a bit crunchy on the outside, You've still got the interior space of it, so it's not like it's burnt all around.
Indeed.
Mm. And I'm not saying any other grill couldn't have done as good a job on these kebabs as this. I'm just saying this grill did a good job on these kebabs.
This grill did do a good job on the kebabs. Yeah, maybe one day you could do a as a reference, like a ACT government barbecue,
Yeah.
like out in the field, just to see.
Oh, you mean the government picnic area barbecues?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should someday. Yeah. I mean, I'm often tempted to use the park that's just at the other side of the camera here. At the same time, it's just really handy being able to duck inside and wash your hands.
Definitely,
and you know, get a beer out of the fridge. So
Extension cord. Take the fridge with you.
all right, that's making exciting noises.
Well, that's actually cooking nicely. Look at that.
This is about as good as I would want sausage cooking to go, to be honest. You wouldn't want it any faster. And bearing in mind, we have closed off the air vents, so the coals are cooling. But my word, these kebabs are
They're good, man. This is the best so far. The kebabs and the steak,
Yeah,
the best we've had
yeah.
by significant amount.
So sure, you're limited with this. You're not going to do covered, you're not going to do briskets or pulled pork or anything like that. Sorry, I was just watching the flare up there, but I think it's under control. You can come away from there. So I mean, there's nothing magical about this to stop flare-ups. If you get lots of fat pouring onto the coals, you're going to get a flare-up. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still have a lot of time for last week's barbecue as a...
The smoker.
Yeah, as being capable of very sophisticated cooking, which for a $50 unit's kind of amazing. But in terms of this just being fun and it's sitting here just cooking food and eating, this is the life. This is what we were aiming for when we started. Well, we've got the liquids coming out of the sausages now, so I'm always looking for signs that the liquids in the sausages are boiling. That because it's a good sign that it's cooked.
A good sign. Yeah.
We might have to start miking up the barbecue.
Sure. That's a grand idea.
I have got a second set of microphones
you
here
do now.
so
Yeah, you do.
we could use their onboard recording to capture that.
Capture the sizzles.
All right, so we're chasing flare-ups now. And if I was just cooking sausages on this, I probably would have used half the coals.
But this is like the third course.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that you've got to cut your cloth to, suit the entire cook you're doing. And if I was just doing the sausages, I would definitely have them on a lower coal bed. But
Got some great close-ups of bubbling sausage there.
yeah, excellent. I was always hoping to make food porn out of this show, so
Sausage is the right thing to start with.
or ASMR, It's just a shame we're not prettier.
Speak for yourself.
You've seen what those ASMR girls look like,
Oh,
though.
yeah. Like Bentley. Bentley.
Bentley?
You haven't seen the Bentley ads?
No.
Oh, that is, yeah. Wait, not the spot to describe it. I'll show it to you.
Okay. Now you've always
Kind
got
of pooling juices happening inside.
yeah, but it's still pink. So you've always got your thing with thick sausages, and it's why I like cooking them as a barbecue test, because thick sausages are actually quite hard to cook. It's very easy to have charred exteriors and raw insides, and raw sausage meat is not something you want to eat because it's not the best part of the animal.
It's not, no. no, very true. Very true.
So I love this barbecue so much. And it's really an okay sized cooking area. Like it's not a Blackstone or something like that. It's limited. You wouldn't want to feed more than, say, 4 people off this without a lot of planning. Right, just go grab another one. Should be okay for 10 seconds.
I reckon you could probably turn them so they're facing opposite.
Oh yeah.
So the insides get the heat, the outsides get the inside heat, something like that. I'm going to do that. All right.
How'd you go?
Turns out, Tongmaster on here. We're just going to rotate these across here like this. Try and get some of these insides to get some of that radiant heat. Oh, flare-ups happening in here. There we go. Sausage juices.
Flare-ups.
Yeah, flare-ups. It's all go, man. It's all fucking go. Those over there.
All right, so you had a theory about turning them.
I had a theory about
Inside.
turning this way because the insides are cooking,
Yep.
but we haven't like placed them in.
Yeah.
So I think there's plenty of radiant heat.
Yeah, there is.
Start cooking that
Yeah.
side.
No, good
So
thinking.
I might,
I like it as a concept.
there we go. You know, we have to wait and see whether the.
I'd move it off that.
Yeah. It does seem to be.
Let me give you the metal tongs if you're handling that much flame.
Let's see whether this actually works. You can see it all bubbling in there now.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like I said, that's what I want to see.
That's what I see.
With thick sausages, and like I said, thick sausages are a little art form. It's incredibly easy to end up with.
Yeah, I'll give you those. I've got a picture of that bubbling skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's on here. Look at that. Can slow it down.
Okay, that's come along.
Yeah, there you go.
Genius, Jeff.
Genius.
Oh, okay, yeah, that one's nearly done.
Yeah.
And in terms of cooking on it, this is just fun.
Yeah.
You know?
It's definitely not a set and forget barbecue.
No.
It's,
But in terms of, you've got your fire, you're directly on it, and smoke billowing everywhere.
It's a highly interactive experience.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to give me a plate and I'll?
Sure.
Whoa.
It's
Hey.
a great time to lean in. Awesome. Look at that.
That was quite a finale
It
for
really
the
was,
for the video. I'm glad the camera's on this time.
We've got some grease spots on
Hot
the
grease
there.
all over us. Hey, the sausages are cooked through though.
I think so. Oh yeah, it's still cooking inside.
So, what do you think of the snags for a start?
I think it's pretty well cooked.
Oh, they're cooked through, and they're cooked evenly.
Yeah.
And even heat is, something you criticise cheap barbecues for.
Caramelization on the skin.
Yeah,
It's not too bad.
it's probably a little crispier than I might have aimed for, but first time out with a barbecue, you're always going to have those moments. Sausage tastes good. I did think the smoker made for better sausages.
I think you have better heat control.
Yeah, we ran it on much lower heats in general with that cook, but the smoked flavour in the sausages took it to a more gourmet level. Whereas with this, they're just easily and well cooked sausages, and we could have had way more on the heat if we wanted to. So
yeah, and there's still plenty of heat in here.
Oh yeah, you could cook another couple of courses on this with that huge coal bed.
It did collect the fat well though. This around the outside.
I guess in that it kept it out of the fire. Yeah.
Until it ignited.
So thoughts on the Primst multi-purpose Korean charcoal barbecue?
Multifunction even.
Multifunction. Yeah.
I'm impressed. I would have liked to have seen a bit more stability on the base, like that. That's getting hot now. Because that seems to slip and slide, and I think that could be improved.
Okay.
Underneath.
That is fair enough. I wouldn't expect perfection in a $7 barbecue, but
I wouldn't. But in terms of if you want to adjust the air vents, you don't need to move the entire barbecue. Just
yes.
for the friction on the.
Yeah, the air vents are an afterthought.
Yeah.
So
I think
and when it's hot, do not function particularly well.
No.
So it's probably fair to make that criticism.
I think if you're cooking a Korean style barbecue and using the plate, which we used initially for the steak, you could have this thing going for close to an hour's worth of cooking.
Yeah.
For people to sit around.
You can do your whole dinner with people
Yeah.
chucking the little bits and pieces on it you're pre-prepared.
And and definitely just more than two. Like you could have like 6 or 7 people just like cooking little bits and pieces on top of it.
But just as a barbecue rather than a Korean barbecue, it is still a fine and effective tool
Definitely.
to have a very enjoyable outdoor cooking experience.
Definitely. So I think overall, how much is this? 69 or something?
$70. Yeah.
$70?
$70 well spent.
I think so.
If you don't have a barbecue and you just want to cook in whatever tiny outdoor space is available to you, and it's small enough you can take it to a park,
Yeah.
it will cook your food really nicely. I think using the griddle plate for outdoor entertaining would just be delightful.
It really would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have your things pre-prepared, a la Korean barbecue, and cook it up.
Yep. So we do have an affiliate link in the comments below the video. So if you do want to buy one and then you click that link, we might get a couple of dollars. But there are many like it, and I'm sure they come out of
the same factory.
Well, it's hard to say. They might have multiple factories all making. But in general, Primst, well done. This is.
I'd give it a thumbs up.
This is a fun little cooker. All right.
I definitely think the steak we had first and the kebabs were the tastiest things we've cooked.
Yeah.
I think the sausages last week with the smoker, I think just gave that little bit extra flavour, which this doesn't do. But I think in terms of that initial run with the rump, fantastic.
Yep.
Fantastic.
And that was a pastrami commercial rub that I had on that, which is, like I said, mostly pepper and ground coriander. And I added a bit of salt into that because a pastrami rub doesn't add extra salt because it's normally dealing with corned beef. Yeah. Anyway, so if anyone wants to replicate that, but any peppery rub would give you that pepper steak effect, which that's a legitimate part of Asian cuisine as well. But yeah. All right. Well, thanks very much, folks, and we'll be back when we sell this one and get to the next one.
We'll see you next
the
time.
last barbecue we bought for $50 and we sold for $24. Just for anyone keeping
keeping track on
keeping
our
track on
sales.
those. Yeah. And we're still waiting for someone to buy from the affiliate link. So who knows? You could be the first.
Let's make it you, hey?